Hi, Amara City School District staff. How are you today? 'Tis the season for being jolly. 'Tis the season for crafting. So I have a mindful listening activity lesson for you. And I invite you to do this lesson and then embellish it in any way that is appropriate for your age, kids, and their interests or whatever. I will give you a couple of ideas. And then you take it and run with it however you want. Okay, so I'm going to need to switch over to my document camera so that you can see you only need two things for this craft. You need a scrap piece of paper and you need a pair of scissors. So go ahead and get that stuff. I'll try to clean up my little bit of mess here. Okay. All right, now we're gonna be opposite. So it's gonna look, when I talk, it's gonna look a little bit opposite, but that's okay. You're gonna take your right side and it's gonna look like your left side in this view, but take your right side and bring your right side over to your left side. And what us elementary teachers like to call a hamburger fold. Hamburger fold. Now, you are going to take the fold and fold it one more time over to the other edge. And crease. All right. From here, I like to flip it. It makes it easier for me to see and open it up once. So I'm already starting. I can see that I'm already starting with a piece of paper that's not perfect. I'm going to go ahead and make it a little bit better right now, but it doesn't matter really. It just helps clean this up a little bit. Okay. Now, what you want to do is you want to take your right corner and put it to the left crease. And I know I'm probably flipped on your screen, but take your right corner to the left end where that crease was, and then carefully make another crease or two. Now you can see it kind of looks a little glary in here. There's a big triangle here. You want to take the point of the triangle and fold it down over this crease. Sorry about the glare. You want to try to get this other corner here as tight as you can, as pointy as you can. If you are a perfectionist, if you don't care about it, it's fine. All right, so it doesn't matter really, but if you want it to be a little bit more clean, you're going to want that point to be tight. So you have to be a little bit mindful when you fold that part. Okay, now we're going to we have a triangle here. We're going to take this, it's still on my right side, this whole big edge, and we're going to fold it over that crease that we just made in the triangle. So we're folding it over. When I look at it this way, it kind of looks like maybe a piece of pizza with some stuff hanging out the back. If I fold it this way, it looks to me kind of like a rocket ship with the explosion coming out the back. That's just what it reminds me of. Now, I'm trying to get a good view of this. It's kind of really hard to see with this glary. Very glary. All right, there. We can see it a little better now. Now, the top part looks like a triangle, and there's a fold here, like a crease. And the crease goes pretty much to the point. So we're going to get rid of all this by taking your scissors and making one cut to the point on that crease. We don't need that extra stuff. We're going to get rid of it. And then from here, we're opening it up, and you will have a star. So here's some things that you can do with the star. You can, and I'm going to switch my camera back over. You can breathe slow, deep, purposeful breaths with your star. So you have kids hold it up, and you start in a valley, and you say, inhale, to the top. Exhale down. And you just do that around and around until you get all the way around. So that should be about 5 breaths because there's 5 points to start. Anyway, another thing you could do is you can ask kids to think about 5 things you're a star at, 5 things you're super, super good at, and have them write something on each point. As I taught this lesson already today, I'm going to give props to Robert, the gym teacher. I can't even say your name. I'm so sorry. The gym teacher at Al Myers High School. He was going to have kids write different, fitness activities they could do in each of the sections. And then they'd have to do the activity and come back to a different point of their star and do the next thing or whatever. And you know what? You could turn it into a spinner. Like how to do that with a pencil and a paper clip. I'm sure everybody knows how to spin it, and they can do different activities. So if it's not fitness, maybe it's something else that you have them write in there, different activities. Maybe it becomes a star choice board for when you're having downtime, things that kids can choose with your approval to do during brain breaks. So all of a sudden I'm coming up with all these ideas, right? And then when talking with Kim Sanford, we had to discuss that maybe it might be fun to glue on, to take glue and then use different tactile things like maybe sand or pom-poms or I don't know, whatever you can think of. And then that becomes a tactile experience, mindful experience for kids. So there's tons of things you can do with STAR. Okay, one final thing is I always teach the STAR breath. And so that's kind of what I had done when I first started teaching this lesson back in the day, a couple years ago. So we made the star, we inhaled and exhaled around the star like I showed you, but also we came back to the STAR breath. So a STAR breath is a breath that's really the first breath that I teach students for calming and self-regulation. STAR. So stop, take a deep breath, and relax and release. So you do that as many times as you need to, and you invite them to use that breath whenever. They don't just need to be with you, but whenever they're feeling anything other than happy and calm and safe. So the STAR breath the breath is always accessible to us, and nobody even needs to know that we're accessing it for self-regulation. So this is a great little mindful listening activity because they have to really listen. Of course, mindful watching as well. If you're doing it live with kids, then some of them, the younger they are, the harder it is. So you have to go really slow. But, just take your time and help everybody get through it. It's really a lot of fun. So thank you for joining me for this mindful listening craft that you can take and run with it any way you want for your age and your stage kids. Thank you. Hope you liked it. Bye.